They funny as a bitch here. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
what do you mean, man?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you'll allow it.
Sure.
I've gotten fat. I've gotten pretty close to being fat. Like for me, I've gotten, I think the heaviest I got was like 204 or 205.
All right, my bad, YouTube. I need
That's 10, 15 pounds overweight for me, for real.
Yeah.
Like, I really shouldn't. Like, my face gets fat.
Yeah.
Where your phone at?
I get it here. I get it like down here. I start to
Let me
do a
get
little bit
that
of this. I can
motherfucker
see it. I
big.
can see it in my face. I can see it in my sides.
Thank
You know? And, but that was all because I didn't.
Bitch, I ain't trying to act motherfucker. I graduated when I was 17 and 1 month old. You better shut the fuck up with that
But I
dumb
was eating too
shit.
much. I was eating too much for what I was doing.
Talking to
But I
me
get to
about
the point
that
where I
dumb
realize
ass
it,
shit.
and I
You
go, okay,
better
that's
shut
what
your
we're doing
hookah
here.
mouth.
Don't get
My
fat.
bad, YouTube.
Get like kind of close to fat. Realize what you're doing and don't do it again. If you allow yourself to get too far gone, then you create this fucking gigantic divot that you can't get out of.
It's the worst.
If I got the worst I got, like when I hurt my back, this also was going on too. So it couldn't work out as intensely when I was about 10 pounds heavier than I am now. The worst that it got was all wrapped around like feeling sorry because of an injury, not being as disciplined as I could be, and allowing myself the indulgence, figuring I'm gonna make up for it later. So I'm guilty of the same sort of behavior I'm making you aware of. I'm not guilty of it right now. Like right now, I'm on the straight and narrow, and I'm pretty healthy about it, and I'm pretty decided that this is how I'm gonna eat from now on, with rare indulgences just for mouth pleasure.
Right.
But I think that mouth pleasure can't be the big one. It can't be. It's just not good for you.
No.
The big one should be health. Health should be the big one. Mouth pleasure should be the occasional foray. It can't be daily mouth pleasure.
It's that goddamn, it's like, I'll tell you, man, like when I'm like shoving some kind of shitty food into my mouth, it's like it's got such a strong gravity for me. Like the moment I kick into that mode, like when I'm not doing it, God, man, it's so cool. And I was training with this guy for a while, and you start getting into health, and like you start getting into that place. It's incredible, and that stuff holds less of a gravitational pull. But man, I guess it's some form of addiction or something.
It's 100% a form of addiction.
Yeah.
It's dopamine. There was a whole article about it recently in one of those Scientific America, I think, or one of those science journals that was talking about why it's so difficult for people to quit bad habits, because those bad habits, they trigger dopamine releases in your mind when you remember how great it was to eat those donuts. Fuck it, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's just give it and have that burger and the beer. Oh, this is great, this is glorious. But the problem is you allow those pathways to exist. If you don't allow it, if the cigarettes never give you a high, like I don't allow cigarettes.
Posted that shit
I'm
on
pretty
your
sure it
feed.
gives you cancer. I see people smoking cigarettes. I know they get tired quicker.
You hear me?
I know it's terrible for you.
Right.
So I don't allow it. When I see people smoking cigarettes, I'm like, well, he allowed cigarettes into his life. And that's what you're doing.
Right.
Like, it's not that I couldn't get addicted. I think we could all get addicted. If I started smoking cigarettes and I realized, oh, there's a cognitive benefit to smoking on these things, I'm just going to puff on a couple a day. No big deal. I'd smoke maybe a half a pack if I'm stressed.
Right.
Next thing you know, I'm freaking out because I can't get a pack of cigarettes. Why? Because I allowed this demon into my life.
Right.
And I think the same exists with processed sugar. And getting off of sugar for just a few days, which is not that difficult a thing. You just give yourself a pattern for 5 days that you have to follow. This is all I'm allowed to eat. This is all. Just do it for 5 days. You get headaches. You realize how crazy it is.
Shitty headaches.
You start losing weight. Your body starts looking different. You start getting thinner. You start being less inflamed. Sugar is a fucking monster.
So they say.
It exists in the form of alcohol too, my friend.
Oh, I know.
That's the same goddamn thing.
I know.
The pull of alcohol is the same pull of sugar. It's the same
demon
thing.
sugar.
It's the same pull of the bread, the same pull of the pasta. Dude,
Right.
pasta to this day drives me crazy. If you had a bowl of linguine with clam sauce right now, you're like, oh, look at that glorious, just mal-health food, just bad health, just glue.
I know, man.